of country throughout its league area. We pay our respects to all First Nations people and acknowledge elders past, present and emerging.
Welcome everyone to Before the Game. It is round one of the Smiley Car Wash RMFL season. My name's Mark Stein and I'll be your host today. Coming to you live from the Meningie Football Oval, the home of the Coorong Cats, overlooking fantastic. Before the Game is brought to you by Rain and Horn Murray Bridge. So Rain and Horn have come on this year as our sponsor. So big thank you to John and Kim DeMichelle and all the crew there. So we certainly do appreciate their support. And we've actually we're meant to have three on our panel, but we're just waiting for Ben Hooper to come back, who's just finished his coaching duty. So it's a welcome to Narelle Hinks and Adam Hurl. Welcome, guys.
Beautiful to be here again.
Thank you. And Adam stepped down as president, but I'm guessing still very much heavily involved with the footy club.
Yeah, still a bit of a caretaker period, but yeah, Nathan Todd has taken over the Mighty Cats, and he's well and truly versed in footy and sports administration, so no problem there. And yeah, I'm still poking around, of course. I love my sports and administration and community, so it's
you just turned the sprinkler on for us as well, which is good.
Good for the farmers.
And Narelle, yeah, still heavily involved with the netball.
I am. So like Adam, stepped down from the president's role from last year. Laura Leary stepping in there for the Cats netball. So yeah, it should be a good year though. I think Laura's taken the reins very well.
Cool, awesome. So once again, I just want to mention that Smiley Car Wash, Matt and Katrina Hood have come on board as the league sponsors, so naming rights sponsors. So we'll have the 2026 Smiley Car Wash RMFL Premiership season. So Matt and Katrina are obviously off on their annual pilgrimage across the world, as they do every year. So big thank you to them. Yeah, we certainly do appreciate our sponsors. And just on that, Narelle, we want to go through our sponsors for RMFL TV Awards. If you could roll through them for us, please.
Not a problem. We've got
very important, and we have some amazing sponsors who continually put their hand in their pocket to help out. And Adam, we've got some premier sponsors for 2026 as well.
Of course, these are great supporters of the league, and our premier sponsors for 2026 is the our umpires this year are sponsored by Enerven. We have Sherrin Footballs, of course. We've run them for a few years now. And the lovely team at Red Arc who power everything here for the RMFL TV trailer.
Power some heaters in a minute, I think.
We might have to get them out. Also Emmett's, John Deere there. And the Volunteer of the Year is sponsored by Conquest Crop Protection.
Yeah, so, a new award listed last year, which is, the Volunteers are obviously the heart of our footy club. So thank you to those guys. And thank you to all those sponsors. As I mentioned before, we can't do what we do without them, and it's business is tough. It's tough times, obviously, with things going around the world at the moment as well, which is not helping. So, and all these businesses, I'm sure they sponsor our our league, footy clubs, netball, community organisations. So we just can't thank them enough. So thank you to all those sponsors. Now, RMFL TV ladder predictions, always a tricky one at the start of the year to put yourself out on the line and make a prediction. Early days, so we've got a slide up there. Guys, but another one of those clubs in the Mallee District Storm. I think they've recruited really well over summer, so I don't think they're going to make finals, but I do think they're going to win probably more games this year than they have done, I reckon. So they're going to improve. So.
I certainly agree. Brian Pake and his footy ops team out there have done a fantastic job at the Storm, and they're going to go well this year, and they're just rebuilding. They're building. So well done to them. Very important for the league, and as you said, it's very tough out in the Mallee, Southern Mallee, not just for footy, but all round. So what they're doing out there is absolutely fantastic.
Terrific, yeah. And Maipo and Rams, I think are both going to have very young sides this year, so that's good for long-term future. But I would think Cats and Jervois definitely. I still think Imps, even though they've lost a couple, are still going to be fairly strong. As I said, Manham are going to improve. Suns with a couple of losses, which may hurt them, but I think across the board what you guys have come on is pretty good. And I suppose netball as well, Narelle. Storm, a couple in a row, so they're going to be pretty strong as anyone else that's going to come up.
They're always pretty strong out there in the netball world, so that's good. Nice to see a Mallee team sort of up there in the top 4 for a change. So hopefully we'll be up there as well, and we'll be good. Yeah,
sweet. All right, we're just going to go now to an interview that Hoodie did before he left on his overseas pilgrimage. Obviously this year in 2026 it's the 100th year of the Jervois Footy Club, and it's an amazing effort from that club. A small club punches above its weight, and I think we've seen over the journey, obviously you guys merging and the Mallee clubs coming together. We've got a few other clubs, BSR going to recess, there's Drossen looking shaky at the moment. So to 100th year is an amazing thing for a small country footy club, isn't it? So as you guys well know, the challenge is there. So
that's right.
So what we've got is Zane Barry, the current president, and obviously a star player as well, and someone we know very well here at River Road Football, and that's Michelle Hill. So we're just going to throw to a little video that Matt was able to do with these guys a few weeks ago.
Michelle, thanks for coming in. It's going to be an absolute massive year for the Jervois Footy Club. Lots going on, 100th year. The whole thing's, it's massive. The on-field success, how important is that going to be for the club this year, Zane?
100 years is huge for any sort of club, and especially a small club out at Jervois. And obviously, last year didn't go the way we wanted to, so coming into 100 years, it's very special. We've sort of restructured. A few new coaches have come back. We've got the likes of Rick Fisher back in the realm, so he's brought a lot of fresh ideas. Obviously done a year or two at Westies, so he's brought some stuff back, and we're really excited. The whole senior crew have bought in to 100 years, and we've sort of developed our juniors, and we really want to give the kids a go this year, so it's going to be really exciting all the way through.
It's going to be a big year. Clubhouse, I've been keeping an eye on things and a bit of social media. I've seen a few snippets of the new clubhouse upgrade. Tell us about that.
You want to go or mine? You go first.
Well, last year, obviously coming into 100 years, we sort of looked around the club rooms and were like, well, we need to do something here. Needed spruce it up a bit. So we've had a lot of club people get involved, and
they love that, don't they?
They love it. So we've got new ceilings, fresh paint job. Michelle's been out there putting up all the merch.
The Michelle touches, eh?
That's it. You got to have them. It was looking a little bit stark, wasn't it?
It was.
New carpet as well.
Nice.
But we had to put the premiership flags back up and the pictures on the wall and all those things.
Running out of room for them.
Yeah, we are. And the boys were red hot on those premiership flags going back.
Absolutely.
They kept saying to me, "You putting them back?"
Yes, I've got no doubt about that for sure. So, New Guernsey too for the 100th year.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, no, we've been working closely as a committee. We don't really have a original Guernsey, like we've always just been the original Guernsey, red and black the whole way through.
Yeah, we've never changed except for a collar.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, for sure. But a new logo too.
yes.
There would have had to been a fair bit of discussion over a new logo.
Yes,
going on.
we our ideas man in Louis Oranger, he does all of that stuff, and he put a few ideas together, and he's made a sort of shield JFC that the whole committee and a lot of the club are really enjoying. So we've decided to put that in the centre of our Guernsey this year, and we're rolling a new collar on the Guernsey, just a bit of heritage. So
Love it.
yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, it looks great.
Now, you love your history, Michelle.
I
don't
do.
you? You're big on it.
I am big on it.
And for your 100th year, you've put pen to paper.
I have.
Started writing. Tell us
I have.
about that.
Well, I actually did a 90-year book 10 years ago, so
Yeah.
I actually did the 5 years research back then.
Yeah.
So I have been keeping the last 10 years every year and every week.
That's not a 2-second job by
No.
any means, is it?
I probably drove the RMFL secretary crazy because I knew I wrote down every score every week and
Yeah.
all the info. So if they got it wrong,
Yeah.
I knew.
Yeah.
So I've done a lot of stats that we hadn't had before, and how many 300 game players, 250 game players, who's kicked how many goals.
And can I buy a copy of this?
You certainly can. It'll be online. It'll be online. And I'm also going to do because I did the 90-year one, I'm just going to do a condensed, the last 10 years
Right.
plus
that.
plus stats as well.
Nice.
So Mr. Richards has been in my ear, Tim, wanted me to do some stats on premiership years and who had the best win-loss ratio
And stuff like that. So
and all that. So I've done all that.
You've been busy.
Yeah, I've been busy.
Yeah, for sure.
I can see light at the end of the tunnel now.
That's good. Functions, obviously you're going to have some big functions happening.
Yep. Well, we've had our season launch already, March 26th.
Yep.
We had a big night on that. And then May 30th and 31st, we're having the huge weekend. So Saturday on the 30th is a reunion of 86, 2006, 66, I better not forget them.
Yep.
36, better not forget those boys either.
Wow.
Have a reunion that day, and no doubt they're all staying the night, goodness knows where.
Right.
And then Sunday, huge day, starting at 10:30 in the morning. We have a memorial service, and we pay tribute to the people we've lost.
Yes.
And that gets pretty emotional and whatever, and
Yep.
go right through the day.
Right, that is excellent. What about the players? You looking after the players this year? What do you got planned for them?
Always look after the players.
That was a trick question for you, Michelle.
Yeah.
What do you got planned for the players? Anything special with your 100th year?
Yep. A lot of clubs have got locker room, Guernsey numbers, and you're putting there who's won premierships and all that. So the off season, that's been my job for the 100 years. How many I've got the Guernsey replicas all in the change rooms.
Yep.
If you won a premiership, A or B grade premiership at Jervois, your number is on the wall and your name.
Yeah.
We're not doing individual awards. That's not us.
No.
It's
No.
premierships and premierships only.
Yeah, for sure.
So the A grade, we've got an A grade change rooms and a B grade change rooms. So the B grade ones go in there. And if the players want a replica, they can have one.
Nice. That's good. Last question, Zane. Who are you going to be playing in the grand final?
Well,
Who do you
yeah,
wanna play? Who do you wanna play?
it's very early days, but obviously last year losing to the Cats definitely hurt. But yeah, I mean, a lot of clubs have done a lot of recruiting this year, so
As has Jervois.
as have Jervois, yes, no. Hopefully we're there at the end of the year. That'd be the best case scenario. Hopefully our juniors all the way through to the seniors. Hopefully we have all teams in there. But hats off to all the coaches through the off season. And we start now. So.
Awesome. I can feel it's going to be a big year for the Jervois Football Club.
I'm hoping.
The whole standard of the Ribbon Road Football League is going to go to a new level in 2026. So I'm really excited about it, but I'm excited to see what Jervois do for the 100th year. So all the best for 2026. Thanks for having a chat to me today.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
What's up? Thank you.
Beautiful.
Welcome back, and a big thank you to Matt for pre-recording an interview, and also to Zane and Michelle for giving up their time. And I think we've just got a little manner next year, and 28 I think is MIPO. So yeah, it's some clubs incredible achievement to have a club going for that long. It's a job. to mention again our before the game sponsors in Rain and Horn Murray Bridge. So John and Kim D. Michelle have come on. You know full well the real estate business, it's still booming at the moment, so good if you've got a place to sell, probably not so great if you're trying to buy, but yeah, thank you again to those guys. So, yep. All right, on to our Facebook pages. All the clubs do a fantastic job with their social media, letting all club members know what's going on, so we've got all our clubs here. We might start off with the Cats, with their Facebook page. I think Terry Connolly is doing a lot of work out there, so yeah, well done to the Tailem Footy Club, and thanks to all those clubs, and well done on keeping all their club members informed with their Facebook pages. So just going to roll now with a little bit update with umpires of the league, and I'll probably want to go back to around Boxing Day, Christmas Day. Welcome back, everybody, and we've got a couple of very special guests with us today on before the game. So to James Hargraves and Kyle Challenger, welcome, boys.
much.
Appreciate your time before the match, so the grand final rematch. So I suppose to you, KC, it's just us three chatting. Last couple of years, Dan's been hanging off your coattails, mate. You've been steering the ship. You've finally moved him aside, mate. But no, in all seriousness, great opportunity for you now with the coaching role, with Dan stepping into Norwood. So.
Yeah, no, it is. It's nice to get him off the bat for a little bit and get a bit of free rein. But no, it's good. Obviously, Shug's jumped on board or stepped up this year as an assistant coach and taken things in Adelaide. So.
Yep.
Still got Dan on the phone and access to him, which is very handy too. So.
And obviously, Dan now taking the role at Norwood. So, has things changed a lot? Does he still have much of an input at all, or is sort of just on the periphery, or how does that sort of working at the moment? So.
Yeah, no, he definitely does. Probably pre-season's quite busy in his job, so
yep.
Where he'll come into his own is sort of this time of year when we get into the real stuff. Shug and I have been sorting most training stuff out, I suppose, and the logistics. So yeah, I think from now on, Dan will come into his own and be very beneficial.
Yeah. I suppose, James, back-to-back premiers. I know it's very difficult to get there, and once you get there, another challenge then is staying there. So, as the motivation amongst the players, have you guys had to motivate them, or is there that self-motivation to continue this run while it's going? Has that been how you found that? So.
I think, the third year is probably the one that's maybe been a little tougher than previous years, I guess, guys. Charlie Allgroves,
yep.
who he's had a pretty good pre-season back at home with his commitment. So, yeah, I think across the board there's guys coming through, and I guess you don't know until games start. Really, we'll see. We're putting it on some of these guys to prove it, come out and do stuff, and then more opportunity will come from that. Especially even in that B grade, like a few guys missed out today that were close. Like it's pretty hard round one trial games. It's not always easy to get game like conditions, so guys are away, so it's hard. So I've got a few guys missed out, were close today, that I think have a chance to be big for us as well throughout the year.
And KC, obviously every club players come and go throughout the year, and you had some great servants at the footy club, like Sam Sanders, the co-captain, Brad Thompson, who was up here for a fair while, gone back home, but he's playing some footy at Port Magpies as well. Henry's down in town, but some pretty handy recruits. I mean, Henry Carey, as you mentioned before, Premiership Vice Captain, and James, is it younger brother?
Younger brother,
coming back. So, yeah, a few new faces there as well. So, and what's Henry brought to the table? Obviously, massive experience footballer. So,
yeah, no, he definitely has brought a lot of experience. It's good. He's given a sort of not just the best 10 A graders his time, mingles with everyone and helps the sort of bottom end B grades and that out of training as well. I think that's a massive bit for us as well. Is they can all play footy, but we've recruited some really good people off the field, and we have over the last few years been very lucky. There is method in it, like you can't just grab anyone that can kick footy. So yeah, that's exciting. We've also got Charlie Jones and Jake Prosser playing that first game for the club. Jake's an ex-BDT lad, played a bit of footy at Taylor Bend.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to seeing how he goes.
Brad Hartman, I noticed as well.
Yeah,
so, yep.
Brad coming up to training a couple of weeks ago, and we had a couple of spare points we weren't using from. He said comes back later in the year, so a bit of a no-brainer for us. Looking forward to seeing what he can do as well.
And James, younger brother, when's the last time you played with him? How long was that?
Never. This is the first time.
First time.
Yeah.
Really?
We discussed it a little bit. He's 3 years younger than me, so even at junior footy, we're both playing at Unley Jets as kids.
Yep.
But probably too big a gap. We may have played a couple of school games.
Right.
But
so a big occasion.
Big occasion for us. So we've talked about it over the past couple of years. He went to Scotch in high school and played at their old collegians.
Yep.
And went out to Norwood for a little bit. And we've been going back and forth, trying to get each other to each other's clubs.
It's finally come
this year worked out quite well. We had the points for it to happen.
Yep.
And the club were keen. He's, as KC said, a great guy, and I know he'll fit in great with this club. So yeah, it's pretty exciting to play with him today.
Obviously today, round one's always the grand final rematch, and that grand final last year, it was a fantastic game of footy. I think one of the best games of country footy I've seen. I think you probably had about 3 heart attacks in that last 5 minutes, but what are you expecting today? Jervois, their 100th year. I mean, they're always hard to play against. They just hit the footy so hard, and they're just competitive beasts. So what are you expecting today? You're going to have to bring your best, aren't you?
Yeah, pretty well. I think you summed it up. You know you're going to get 4 quarters of contest no matter what the score is. They're pretty physical around the footy.
A bit of wind around today, so
they've got some elite users of the footy, some good forwards. So yeah, I expect it's going to be a massive tussle as it has been the last 5 or 6 or 7 times we've played them. So.
Exactly, yeah. So I'm really looking forward to the game. So once again, guys, really appreciate you giving up your time before the match. So got a few quick fire questions for you, just so people at home get to know you a bit better. So age?
I'm 29.
30.
Your coffee order, what's your go-to?
Just skinny flat white for me.
Latte.
Best football you've seen?
Ever.
You ever? Yeah.
AFL, well...
AFL I like, I suppose, so yeah.
AFL, probably Sydney man, so Buddy would probably be in there.
Yep.
And then locally, been pretty lucky to see a lot of footballers go through Borders and the Cats, and Josh Keller and Josh Richo probably jump into mind. So.
Zane Kirkwood comes to mind.
Okay.
Just, he was a freak.
Still got his number.
You got no points left. And nickname, obviously, Sugar, haven't we? Yep.
Yeah, Shugs.
And KC, the great man. Best movie? What's your favourite movie, mate?
Hot Rod.
Hot Rod.
It's an elite movie.
I'm probably Troy. I think.
Troy, oh yeah, yep. Beer, wine, spirits, or soft drink? You drink it? What's the choice?
Yeah, I'm a West End man.
West End.
Yeah.
Red Kid. Yep.
As you can probably tell, looking down the camera at the moment.
I'm a sucker for a Guinness.
Guinness. Oh,
Yeah.
Right. Bit of the roadworks, mate. AFL. You're a Sydney man, you're saying?
Swans man, yeah.
Hawthorn man.
Hawthorn. Favourite takeaway? What's the Friday night special?
Quite a big fan of the local pub, so...
KFC.
KFC. Single, married, partner? What do we got? What are we running with?
Partner.
Single.
If
Single and
anyone's-
available.
If anyone's watching,
Yeah, we'll
get in contact with
Contact,
Steiny
we'll
or
get,
flick the
KC.
details on.
we'll get his number out to all those eligible girls out there. And what wheels you running with, mate?
Lucky enough to have a work car at the moment.
Well, that's not going to help you with picking up chicks, mate. So.
So if you see a New Holland Ute with Swan Farm machinery written on it, cutting you off, it's probably me.
I'm a Ford Ranger.
Ford Ranger. And the dream holiday, mate. When you do hook up, where are you going to take it? Where's your dream holiday, mate?
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's so much of Australia that's unbelievable to see. So yeah, probably Tassie or somewhere in Australia.
Yep.
I want to go to Africa.
Africa?
That'd be good. Yeah.
Yeah, they're amazing. Yeah. So, anyway, guys, again, thank you. Appreciate you giving up your time. Good luck this afternoon. Really looking forward to a fantastic grand final rematch. And all the best. And thanks for your time.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
No worries.
And welcome back. And again, big thank you to Kyle and James for giving their time up match day to come over and have a chat with us. And I think one thing I noticed, a lot of clubs look to perhaps the AFL player or the big name for coaches, but sometimes there's always a little gem, can be an assistant coach or a junior coach, and sometimes just a matter of giving an opportunity. A little bit with Kyle, you reckon? Or?
Yeah, 100%. Kyle's been great for our club. He's been great for his previous clubs. He has just got the best footy brain that you've ever seen. He's got great connections around the league and beyond. He really knows his footy and is really invested. So it's great that we could give him an opportunity. And now it's his time. And here we go, round one. Good luck to him. He'll be on the bench in a little while. But the grand final rematch. So this will test him here today. But no, he's absolutely fantastic. And backed up by James Hargraves. We call him Sugar. He's a great leader. Obviously a great footy brain as well. So it's great to mix it up and have those connections. And they'll be fantastic.
Yeah, so it's just good these guys get an opportunity. Sometimes they get overlooked by the bigger name. I think. So,
Yeah.
All right, moving on to this week. Obviously, round one in our Smiley Car Wash 2026 Premiership season. So first game, so what we might do, Adam and I will give some footy tips, and Narelle, we might get you to run a little bit over the netball. So first of all, out at Maipo taking on the Southern Mallee Suns. Adam, what do you reckon, mate?
Yeah, I think it's a case of the Suns here. I've tipped them by 36 points. It could be a little bit more, I think, but I'll be a bit lenient. So yeah, definitely the Suns over Maipo here today.
Yeah, and Hoodie's put his tips in, so he's picked the Suns as well by 20. And no Maipo people listening, I'll probably tip the Suns as well. Maipo, yeah, a lot of loss of players, a lot of young talent there, which will be good, but it's going to take some time. And I think the Suns out there. So, and in the netball. Narelle,
Yes.
yeah, Sun's very strong. Maipo,
They
Peter
are.
Thomas back. So.
Yes, they do have Peter Thomas back, and I was going to go for Maipo, but I did actually just look on Play HQ and see that the game is very even. So it'll be interesting to see what the Suns pull out this year, because I think they will be a contender.
Cool. All right. And Manham versus Ramblers out at the Manham Oval. So Hoodie's gone for Manham by 3 points. I personally think Manham are going to be one of the improvers. I think they're going to probably push for a top 3 spot. They've recruited really well, and yeah, I think on that big oval, I'm probably predicting 30 or 40 points, I reckon. So, Adam?
Gee, yeah, I've gone Lanham as well, but not by that much, just 10 points. As you said, done a lot of off-season work there, and I believe they've got an ex-AFL player.
Yeah, so Jesse White as well.
Jesse
so,
White.
yeah, if Chad doesn't get you, Jesse White may. So, yeah, they've recruited really well. So, and Narelle, Manham and Ramblers, Manham always are very strong. And,
They are.
Yep, so.
Yeah, no, I'd definitely say Manham today against Ramblers as well. Manham have a young A-grade side, but with a bit of experience, so it's good to see them coming together now and hopefully get the win under the belt.
Cool. And this is a game that I'm looking forward to, Mallee Districts versus Imperials out at the Peak Oval. Yeah, Storm, we mentioned earlier on about the fact they've recruited really well. It's fair to say they've probably struggled a bit since they've come into the competition, but yeah, a lot of hard work by Ryan Pake and the crew out there, and got some 0-pointers back and recruited really well. And Imps, obviously, change of coach with Jacob Rance getting an opportunity, which is great for Jacob, so well done, mate. I changed my mind about 3 or 4 times with this. So I think the Storm will win probably more games this year than they have, but I think Imps, just overall strength, might just get them over the line. Although Hoodie's gone by the Storm for 20 points. So what are your thoughts, Matt?
Yeah, there we go. I'd love the Storm to get up at their home ground there, but I just can't get past Imps. It'll be close, so I've just tipped Imps by 5 points.
And Narelle, Storm, back-to-back premiers. I'm sure
are.
they're going to be right up there again. And Imps obviously a very powerful netball club for a long, long time. So.
I do know Storm have lost a couple of players from last year, but whether they would still be a contender, but I think Imps today, they're just a well-oiled machine, Imps, and they've got the depth there in their club to be able to...
Sarah Smith, a great coach now?
She is,
yes.
yes.
So looking forward to that. So. And obviously, yeah, we're down here today at Meningie Oval with the grand final rematch, and if we can have anything remotely like the grand final, it's going to be a great afternoon. So Hoodies tipped the Cats by 5 points. Who would have thought that? Yeah, both sides, quite a few changes, probably half a dozen changes from the grand final side, but both still very, very strong teams, and teams that I think will be up and about late September for sure. This is another one I sort of tossed and maybe who changed my mind 2 or 3 times, but I just think Jervois with their 100th year, I think they want to get off the year on a big note, but it'll be a kick in it if you're lucky, I reckon. So it wouldn't surprise me if it goes either way. So,
Yeah,
Adam?
I agree. Jervois again, we keep saying about their 100th year, but that just gives them more drive, and they've got plenty to prove as well. They're ready to go for it. But the Cats are still well oiled and gelled.